Hello, Helena. It's Emily McVeigh, Executive Director of the United Way of the Lewis and Clark area. We're here for this week's United Way Partner Spotlight with Teresa Ortega from Good Samaritan Ministries. Welcome, Teresa.
Thank you.
We're here to talk about the thrift store this week.
We are. Another program.
You guys do a lot of things.
It is.
But the thrift store is the original, the OG of the Good Samaritan.
Right. Actually, we're up over 30 years now.
Nice.
That the thrift store has been around.
Yes.
So.
It's been a while, supporting all kinds of good things in Helena.
Yep. All kinds of people and agencies and different folks that need things, and place to take donations.
Yeah.
So,
but it's time to do some updating and
it is time to do
reorganizing.
updating.
What does it look like today?
It looks really good, and I really encourage people to come on in if you haven't been in lately, because now all of our clothing, except for one aisle, is according to size. So if they're dresses or pants or whatever it is, they're all according to size. And I see people coming in really happy and going right to their sizes and getting what they want. So, and I think we're moving stuff faster. So the clothing looks really good. In the furniture department, we decided we were going to look like a furniture store. So they're all staged as a bedroom, a living room. We've got some really cool things going on there. And it's kind of fun to see people walk in and say, oh, I can use this. It's better to see now. It's easier to see. We've done a little bit of work outside on the front of the building that after many, many years just needed to be cleaned up and fixed. The children's department, the toy department's real cute. We've moved that across the building. It used to be on the south wall, is it? I'm really bad at direction.
Oh, I did notice that the toy department moved that.
It did. Was that the south wall we moved it from? I'm really bad at
That was the north wall.
North wall. Bad at directions. So we moved it to the other side where the furniture is in the corner.
Yep.
And it's
where the sporting goods used to be.
Where the sporting goods used to be, and cleaned that up. And the staff picked colors out for that. And I like bright colors, but I was a little worried. But Michelle got on, and this is a little secret, and she looked at what colors encourage people to buy. And she picked those colors. I don't see that, or didn't do that for me, but it looks really, really nice. And then we got several huge puzzles that had been glued together. I think I'd seen them in a doctor's office. Were donated to Good Sam, so we put those up so the children's area is really marked well now.
Nice.
So yeah, we are taking a little facelift on. We're not done painting yet. We're gonna move up to the front and start painting and do like a nice soft gray where the creamy white walls are really old. And they've picked some colors to go up front by the vintage area to go along with our regular like burnt red that we kind of keep. So it's going well. It looks really nice.
So you got a new roof, you're getting a new inside. Yeah, the building has been there for a while, so it's probably due for a
It is due
overhaul.
for a lot. And
yeah.
Roof is almost done. Almost done. We're just counting the days and getting things paid off as we can, and that's going well. Thank you, Helena, for the donations for that. We really, really appreciated that.
Yeah, it was kind of a long haul because it happened during, and post-COVID.
It did. And pre-COVID and post-COVID, or just going out of it, we had a $100,000 increase in supplies.
Yeah.
Material. It was a lot. So we just kept fundraising, and we did well. The community was very, very helpful. Again, thank you, Helena, for the support so someone could come into a place that's clean and safe, because they come in the winter, and I just was sure the snow was going to pile up and come through. We had a couple breakthroughs with rain.
Or this year the rain. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's looking better. So yeah, all around, you're right, the roof too. So.
Yeah, very good. Any other changes, upgrades to talk about, show off? I do like the fact that you can find clothing by size.
Much easier.
I like, as I get older, it's harder to do this for some reason. Like this.
I don't like it. I don't have patience for that anymore. So maybe that was part of it. Not doing this. Let's look
They
at
surveyed the old ladies and were like,
what do
this
you want most? And we're all going, put it in order. We didn't do it by color, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, I think size is better anyway.
Yeah.
The shoe department looks real good. It's where the toy area was.
Okay.
And our guy that's in there is doing a really good job. I think a couple of our challenges we have lately, if I can go in that direction, is I feel like we're starting the cycle all over again with trying to get help. It seems to me, and I've talked to other retail places, and I've seen 2 restaurants close because they didn't have enough staff, and I hope not. It just makes it so much harder on our people that have been there with us for many, many years. So we're trying to work outside the box with folks, you know. You want to work part-time? Great. When are you available? We're open until 7, and I think that's helped. It's, you know, where do you like to work? How can we work best to fit your needs? We've also worked a lot with some of the guys from our place have come down and started working with us. And, you know, they do okay for a while, but we know there are issues there that we're starting to work with case managers with someone that's coming down to work. So that's helped a bit. In the office, both sides of the store get really stressed. Either it's the office or it's the retail side, and staff that are in assistance in our ministries are just exhausted. They're really, really tired because there's so much going on within the community, the increase in mental health, the increase in homelessness, and how can we help? So when staff say they need a day off, they need a day off, and they go. I've got one that's figured that if she works nonstop, she takes about a week off, and she comes back so rejuvenated, and it works. So whatever we can do to, number one, keep people healthy is a huge thing. Yeah. We're going to do it to keep staff, but we have a core staff that's pretty solid with us. So,
and do you hire younger people?
We are looking into that with our insurance.
Okay.
You know, for a while I had heard that we couldn't have anyone under 18, and I think we need to revisit that with what's going on now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, those are kids starting out to work, and sometimes they're really good employees. They want to work.
Yeah.
So if we could start that out, I think it'll be good. Another point of a challenge is the theft is unreal. Unreal. I've never seen it so bad here. And if you come into the store, we have a tall vase that's sitting on one of the glass counters by the cashier. And every morning, the cashiers go around and clean things up from the night before or the previous night they do it. And we're putting the tags in there, the tags that have been torn off items, and people steal them. Or they'll open the cassettes, or they'll open boxes, and we'll go look at different things, and they'll be empty. You see that. Some of the most incredible, one incredible story to me, so I was sharing with you, was we had a jersey that had a logo on the back. Someone cut the jersey out and left the shirt there. Now, if people need something, we'll give it to them. Hands down.
Right.
If we don't have it and they need it, we'll make sure they get it. But that wasn't someone who needed it.
Yeah, that doesn't even really make sense. Just take the whole shirt.
Yeah, take the whole shirt. We wouldn't have known. Please don't take the shirt.
Don't destroy it.
Yeah, you destroyed it. And we give so much to people.
Right.
Yeah. For the month of May, we were almost at $1,500 that we helped people coming in that needed clothing.
Well, that's just people that come in and say, I need an outfit.
I need help. Sure.
Right.
I need black clothes for work. Go on out and see what you can find.
Right.
So that's really disheartening to me.
Yeah.
You know, so, but I've heard other retailers are going through that now. And do we keep blaming COVID? I don't know. I don't know. Is it the times? Is it because salaries are so difficult right now, or hours, or I don't know. But ask if you really need it. We'll give it to you.
Right. And if you guys don't have it, we all work together really well. If you don't have it, maybe another nonprofit does, and you can call somebody else and they might have it.
Absolutely.
And that's what we do is, we were talking before, and we get stuff in and we call up to all of our friends and say, hey, we have
Yep.
laundry soap, we have
Yep.
whatever, anybody need it, and then everybody comes and gets it,
Yep.
and we share the love. And so,
Absolutely.
like,
It's
whatever it is,
really important to
people
do
don't
that.
need to worry, if we've got it, we will share it.
That's
And
right.
don't-
And I think that's maybe,
you just got to ask.
yeah, and I think that's the uniqueness about Helena. We're a small enough community within our providers that we can do that. And it's nice to be able to put that call out and say, I've got this, do you want to take it? Or do you have this? Or I'm sending someone your way. I've worked in big cities and that's not there.
Right.
Yeah, so we're real lucky.
Yeah.
I think, that actually leads into something else we can talk about, and, is how we work together. You've mentioned some of that right there. It's always been nice to work with agencies that didn't want to store stuff. Like Florence Critton would get a lot of things, and they tell people when they drop it off, we're going to donate this to Good Sam's, and they give our women whatever they want
Yeah.
when that comes in. And then the services, we're not bound by certain grants that we can't go over that. So that helps us to help the other agencies in what they need. They may not be able to buy clothing. They may not be able to pay the rent. And some can, some can't, so we can help people get started that way.
Well, we do that a lot. People will bring us camping gear for a backpacks drive.
Yeah.
And then we call Mark,
Mark.
at our place and say, come get these. We don't have enough room for backpacks. Or he'll
loves
just
it.
call us and say, I need a backpack. And we say,
Yep.
come on over, go downstairs, get
Yep.
what you need. Yeah, and
It's really nice.
Always, and we get a lot of callers that say, we want to donate, but we don't want the item to be sold.
Yep.
And we say, no problem.
Yep.
We have that too.
Right.
Good Samaritan
Right.
has that too. So
We do.
that is,
Same thing. If someone says don't sell it, it immediately goes to our assistance coordinator, and she hangs on to it till the right person comes in
Yep.
who needs it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's both ways. We do that.
Yep.
But again, I think that's small town and agencies that are pretty close together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So what kind of volunteers do you need to help make the store run?
lots of them. And that's another issue, if you will, that we're trying to work with the shortage of staff, First it was if you work 20 hours a month, you got 50%. Well, we're down to 3 hours a month. If you want, or I think that's what it is, come on in. Help us move merchandise and get the 50%. We just...
If you've never been in the back room of Good Samaritan, it is a good time. I might come down for the 50%.
There
off.
you go.
Like when you guys used to do the style show, which we talk about all the time at my house, and I hope one day it comes back.
I
know it's a lot of work, but my husband would be really excited if it came back. Going back and trying on all the stuff and
it's so
sorting
fun.
the clothes is a really fun time.
It was.
If people have any interest in it at all, it
It
is
is
a good
really
volunteer
fun.
time.
And it's fun to see what people donate, and you can see the donations almost coming in by generations sometimes. And I mean, my kids are part of this too. My kids aren't interested in the old stuff, and I see some of these old things come in, and it makes me so sad because it's such a part of history. So, but by the way, the Touches were great volunteers for that fashion show. Remember your youngest with a ghillie suit on?
Oh yeah.
It was so much fun.
My oldest wearing his Superman footy pajamas.
It was fun.
My husband wore the tux he got the other day.
Oh, good.
See, you get it's so many good things.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And it's to get it out to the community. We don't ship stuff out unless they're recycled and they can't be worn.
Yeah.
I know other places do that, ship the best out. We keep it in Helena. It was donated in Helena.
I wore a pair of Vera Wang shoes on the runway one time when I modeled for the style show. So there's some good stuff that comes into that
There is some
store.
good stuff. It's pretty funny.
They were like $400 shoes.
Crazy,
They didn't
huh?
fit me.
Yeah.
But they were on the runway for just a second.
Yeah, those you squeeze into. Say, I wore Vera Wang shoes that I got at the thrift store.
Yeah. And then somebody bought them after the show, so lucky them.
Oh yeah, and at a good price.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, all the good stuff stays in town. Yeah.
It does. We don't send it out.
And it all goes back to helping pay for services in town.
It does. And the thrift store pays for a lot. It's our main revenue point. It pays all of our salaries, our benefits. It's, the upkeep on the building. It's been a tight year, like most retail has.
Yeah.
But we've managed. But it's because people shop with us. It's because people donate to us, which is so important.
Speaking of, you have your dock hours have changed.
They have. And because of the staff shortage, this is another point we're trying to deal with. We are going to be closing the store at 6 because it's just, I don't want to see 2 people in that entire store. So we can keep people until about 6 and it'll be safer for everyone. The opening hours are going to stay the same. We open at 9 in the mornings. We're slow on doing pickups now because we just don't have the staff to do that. If anyone wants to be a driver and volunteer to do some pickups around Helena, come on over, we'll get you set up. But the staff are tired and they don't want to go anywhere. We're working with them on salaries to try and work on that because our economy is so crazy. So we've got to take care of the staff too.
Yeah.
So
What are your new dock hours?
They're,
If you have them memorized.
I don't. Our new dock
But they
hours.
are going to put it on the screen.
So they're starting at 10 and they go to 5.
Okay.
The dock hours would close an hour before the store closes. So they'll close at 5. The staff, we sat down and talked to the staff what we're going to be the best to do and how can you handle this. And we did close the store until noon a few days because we were just so short and couldn't get anything going. But they've asked if they could get a lunch break because they don't take it. We say, take lunch, take lunch, take lunch. But we're so busy that they won't stop. They're very dedicated people, very dedicated. So we've put in a mandatory lunch hour from 1 to 2. So people on their lunch breaks can get over and make the donations since we're closing at 6 if they can't get there, or 5 for the store.
Yeah.
So they liked that idea better than opening up later. So it's all a team decision there. I can't make those decisions. They're back there.
Right.
They're the ones going through these boxes and boxes and boxes. And then there's line around the corner, which we love to see. And one of the staff will just walk back and talk to everybody in line and say, thank you very much. We really appreciate you. Can I take this?
Right. How many boxes do you have?
Yeah. So Good Sam's is a great place in the community.
Yeah.
We like to partner with everyone. And it's important that we do that.
Well, and you support everyone.
Everyone.
Anytime somebody calls our office looking for help, our first one is, did you call Good Samaritan? I'm sorry to do that to you, but
that's what we're for.
You're the first line of assistance for most callers.
What we're for.
Yeah.
If we didn't like that, if we got upset about it, no one ever gets upset about it. Sometimes it may now take us a couple days to get back, just because, we need another receptionist. I think it's a part-time position. We've split that up because it's so hairy, scary up there.
I have been in there during the day and went, I don't know how that person is keeping up at the desk. There is just a line a mile long and the phone is ringing. And
they get yelled at on the phone sometimes, and we just, don't yell at the staff. Right. They're trying. So we split that position up, and that helped a lot. So it was calmer. That position, we've got a couple dock positions open, we've got miscellaneous open, we've got crafts open. So the staff that are there, the store manager's kind of training people for all areas instead of just one, so we can start moving people around.
Sure.
But keep donating. Keep donations coming in anyway, so we can help more and more people.
Yeah. Yeah. Any last?
Just thank you, Helena. Thank you, Helena, for everything you do for us, for the roof, for donations, everything. Thank you. We couldn't do it without this community.
Great. And thank you to Good Samaritan for always being our first line.
Thank you.
First
we got
referral source.
Actually, I was making appointments today and talking to people.
Yeah. It's been, since the emergency rental assistance ended, it has been a pretty constant flow of needs. So
it is.
We're all feeling that. And thank God for.
And the cost of housing.
Oh boy.
I don't know how people are doing it. I don't.
Yeah, well, a lot of people aren't doing it. So
They're not, and that's what we see.
yeah, we're all trying to figure that out together. So,
But we've got jobs.
thankfully, right?
So,
Yeah, go down to Good Samaritan. They will keep you employed.
whichever hours you want to work and whatnot, we got you covered.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And donate. They will help the community any way they can.
Absolutely.
All
Thanks
right,
for
well,
having us again. We
Yeah,
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for coming down, Teresa.
All right.
Thanks, Helena. We'll see you again next week.